Hey everyone! Today, I'll review the FS Blue Shark, which is a legendary Tier 3 frigate available in the Art Storm market. As usual, we'll be going over its stats, armaments, and how it performs, and at the end, I'll give my opinion on whether it's worth getting or not. Here are the fully upgraded stats of the ship. In terms of durability, it's the highest for a frigate, but it is only slightly higher than that of JS Mogami. Its speed is also the highest for a frigate, but it's only a tiny bit higher than that of F-127. Its maneuverability is the same as F-127, which is slightly higher than that of JS Mogami, but significantly higher than that of Admiral Gorshkov. Its radar range is the highest among frigates, while its sonar range is slightly lower than that of F-127 and JS Mogami, but higher than that of F-126. Here are the armaments of the ship. The ship is equipped with 3 missile batteries, 1 cannon, 2 torpedo launchers, 2 autocannons, 4 air defenses, and 2 helicopters. The locked cannon of the ship, which is the BSCN, has a maximum damage of 7,020, a maximum range of 13 kilometers, and a maximum reloading time of 4.06 seconds. This cannon isn't as powerful as the Monarch, but it shoots more rounds, which makes its burst damage higher than that of the Monarch. However, when you compare it to the newest machine gun cannon in the game, its burst damage is only nearly half of what the machine gun cannon can deliver. The locked anti-ship missile of the ship, which is the RBS-15 Mk4, has a maximum damage of 13,000, a maximum range of 19.1 kilometers, a maximum reloading time of 11.20 seconds, and a maximum ammunition of 17 pieces. This missile operates in a similar manner to Sword Ship's MLRS. Upon launch, it elevates itself quite high into the air before going toward its target. However, unlike the MLRS, you cannot fire each missile in the volley separately. Furthermore, in terms of power, speed, burst damage, and range, this missile is significantly better than the Sword Ship's MLRS. The locked helicopter of the ship, which is the Remora 9, has significantly low durability and speed, falling below that of most Tier 3 helicopters. However, it has a respectable maneuverability, along with decent sonar, radar, and spotting range. You also have the ability to deploy this helicopter twice. As for its armaments, it doesn't have any, but you can activate and launch the locked missile of Blue Shark from this aircraft. FS Blue Shark is currently the only ship in the game that has this feature, making it quite special. The locked anti-air missile of the ship, which is the Aster 30 Block 0, has a maximum damage of 585, a maximum range of 3.9 kilometers, and a maximum reloading time of 2.10 seconds. This anti-air missile is the same as the one on the HMS Type 83, which reloads slightly faster, and deals notably more damage than the JS Mogami's anti-air missile, but it travels at a slower speed. The firepower of this ship is great. It's more powerful than that of most frigates in Tier 3, but it's only slightly more powerful than that of Admiral Gorshkov. You can inflict a lot of damage with its missiles and torpedoes similar to Admiral Gorshkov, but its lower torpedo count results in less total damage. It also has a lower missile count compared to Admiral Gorshkov, but unlike its torpedoes, the damage output of this weapon is higher, thanks to the powerful locked missile. What makes its firepower slightly greater than that of Admiral Gorshkov is the presence of the autocannons and the locked missile. Unlike Admiral Gorshkov, Blue Shark is armed with autocannon, which is a good weapon for causing damage in close-up battles. Moreover, its locked missile holds a significant amount of power that greatly adds to the ship's overall firepower. Without it, its firepower would decrease significantly, allowing opponents to easily overpower the ship. As for its anti-submarine capability, it's not super impressive, but not terrible either. The distance its sonar can reach is decent, and its torpedoes can do a fair amount of damage, but similar to Mogami and Admiral Gorshkov, it can't intercept torpedoes since it doesn't have a grenade launcher. No need to worry, though. This ship can handle that issue well because of its great survivability. The ship can quickly run away from fights because of its excellent speed and good maneuverability. A player who can utilize this advantage very well can make this ship a very annoying opponent to deal with. Also, it can take more hits compared to other frigates due to having the highest durability for a frigate. Plus, it has an anti-air capability that does quite well in defending the ship from aerial threats. Since it's a frigate, the best way of using this ship is to use it as a support ship. Although it has greater survivability, it isn't great enough for the ship to take on different types of ships all by itself. Its survivability is still very much within the frigate level. However, if you're forced to fight alone, engage only in mid-range combat. This way, you can hit and inflict damage to your target more quickly, and reduce the chances of your opponent disabling your locked missiles. You wouldn't want to waste your locked missile since it causes the most damage, and it takes a while to reload. In long-range combat, there's a significant risk that your locked missile could be disabled, delaying your ability to quickly deal damage to your target. In close-range combat, the chances of the locked missile being disabled are lower, allowing you to swiftly inflict damage to your target. However, the risk of getting overwhelmed easily by opponents is higher. In mid-range combat, the risks aren't too low but also not overly high, making it a suitable type of engagement for this ship. Also, because the ship has great speed and maneuverability, you can employ the attack and hide tactic, especially if you decide to fight alone with this ship. This tactic works even better if you utilize the locked helicopter of the ship, as you can safely attack the ship with it while inflicting a good amount of damage to the target. You just have to be cautious about using the helicopter as its speed and durability aren't the best. It can easily be intercepted by enemy air defenses. Here is a summary of the advantages and disadvantages of the ship. Overall, the FS Blue Shark is a pretty good frigate. You can inflict a good amount of damage with its firepower, and it can stay long in battles better than other frigates with its survivability. The ship offers quite a lot of advantages, which makes the ship a highly capable ship in its class. However, I don't think it's worth having, because of the high price of the ship. The ship costs as much as the battleships available in the market, which is way too expensive for a support ship. If you're considering acquiring this ship, I recommend directing your attention to the battleships in the market instead, because, at least with battleships, you can inflict an enormous amount of damage. The ship does have a special feature that no other ship possessed, but it's not something you would often use in combat. Moreover, it's not very effective, because of the long reloading time of the missile, and the helicopter's awful survivability. Now, I'll leave you guys a video of the gameplay of the ship for you guys to see how it performs in battle, and that'll be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys liked this video, and if you all did, please leave a like and subscribe to support me. Thank you so much for watching.
All posts, prepare for battle. Helicopter is ready for recon. Waiting for combat mission. Point right. Missile silos, transfer target to Alpha Bravo 2010. Radar bound to the heading courses. Provide to receiving coordinates. Take course 160. Parties all aboard. Heading 050. Half ahead.